I'm pretty sure foreigners care a lot less about how faces look in general than Korean people do. So quite some time ago, I think it was about maybe 5 years ago, I was hiking up a mountain with some Korean friends, some American friends, might have been a Japanese person or two in there, I'm not sure. But we were kind of collectively as a group hiking up this mountain in San Diego called Cowles Mountain, which we had done several times before, and it was fun, it was good times. And as we're hiking up, me and this Korean guy are talking, and he says to me, "Hey Gede, you've got a big nose." And I was like, "Hey man, screw you." I mean, not really, but like I don't really say that, I'm not that much of a jerk, but I was kind of offended. I was kind of like, why is this guy making fun of me? He's such a nice guy. He's never said anything mean to me before. Why all of a sudden is he making fun of me? And I think as any Korean person watching this video right now knows, he wasn't trying to make fun of me. He was trying to compliment me. Now this time I had been hanging out with Korean people for quite some time, and I thought I knew so much about Korean culture, and I knew that big eyes was a kind of a Korean standard beauty. But I didn't know about this big nose thing. And you shouldn't say big nose, because for Westerners, big nose is bad. Like I'm kind of proud of my nose. It's not big. It's kind of small, I think. I hope. And what he really wanted to say is I have a high starting nose. I have a high bridge nose. Something like that. And, I was just shocked to find out of this standard of beauty, because I think for Korean people, the way a face looks is very important. And I think for non-Korean people, maybe non-Asian people in general, I don't know too much about other parts of Asia, but definitely for non-Korean people, Americans, European people, I think face is a lot less important than it is for Korean people. So I'm making a pretty strong claim here. I'm saying that Korean people generally care more about facial beauty than non-Korean people do, especially non-Asian, non-Korean people do. And then on the flip side, we care less about faces than Korean people do, which is a pretty strong argument. In this video, I try to do my due diligence and actually find statistics about it. And it's really hard. I can't search in Korean because I don't speak Korean. But the statistics I found, which aren't really statistics, they're just a webpage I found. And if somebody has better statistics, please leave them in the comments below. And other people, please vote those comments up so everyone can see it. But it's my understanding that the top 5 plastic surgeries in Korea are in this order: double eyelid surgery, nose surgery, which I mean make your nose higher bridge, I think, bigger eye surgery, jaw reduction surgery, and it says forehead implants, which I didn't know about, but I guess it's more obvious to my Korean viewers. And those top 5 surgeries are all about the face, which leads me to the not wild conclusion that Korean people really care about the beauty of faces. That's the thing they concentrate on a lot. Now, I'll just tell you, I'm going to say more about them later in the video, but the number 1 plastic surgery in America is breast augmentation, making bigger boobs for women, because I think we care a lot about the body more than we care about the face, but I'll get to that a little later. Now, my point is, okay, Korean people, let's say Korean people care a lot about facial beauty. The question is why? Why does it seem that Korean people care more about facial beauty than they do maybe about body appearance? And I know Korean people also care about body appearance. I know in Korean culture, the way people look is quite important, maybe too important. But I'm here to say that facial beauty is very much important. And the question is why? And this is just my theory, and I think it's because there's a lot of diversity amongst Korean people in the way their faces look. So it was really shocking for me to find all this out, but there's kind of 3 standards of beauty for faces, which I'm going to tell you foreigners don't even know about. We don't even think about beauty in faces like in this rigid of a way. We don't have these standards, but like really, if you want to say something interesting to a non-Korean person, a foreigner, tell them like you have this standard, which is big eyes, high starting nose, big nose bridge, and small face. That was really shocking because I can't even see that now. I think I could see when someone has a big face, but I don't really know when somebody has a small face. So if you want to say something interesting to your foreign friends, give them that little piece of information. And I think Korean people have a diversity. Some people have high starting noses, some people have lower starting noses, some people have smaller eyes, some people have bigger eyes, some people have small faces, some people have big faces. Well, I think non-Asian people, especially European white people, we generally have high starting noses. We generally have big eyes. We generally have small faces. I really don't even know. I think I have a pretty big face, honestly. I'm not even saying that to like try to get people to go, no, oh no, yours is so small. I just think I at least have a giant head. Anyway, the point is, since we have less diversity in that facial structure, we don't rank people by that. Our brain doesn't naturally tell us, ooh, look at that, it's different, so you should like that. Or ooh, look at that, it's not what since we're all the same in that area, we can't judge people by that because it's all the same. Whereas Korean people have a higher diversity of that, so you can make beauty judgments through that appearance, and that's makes it possible for Korean people to care about faces. And I think that's why Korean people care more about facial beauty than a lot of non-Korean foreigners. So I'm making this claim that Korean people care more about facial beauty than non-Korean foreigners, and the flip side, I'm also, my other thesis here is that we care more about body beauty than Korean people do. And that's not to say Korean people don't care about body beauty at all, because of course they do. I think, like I said, Korean people care a lot more about beauty, maybe too much about beauty. So how can I substantiate this claim? Well, I did do some digging of statistics on the internet, and I found a more reliable source of actual statistics about American plastic surgery rates. And the number one plastic surgery is breast augmentation, bigger boobs for women. The number two plastic surgery was liposuction. So that number one and number two thing are both about our bodies, because we want to change our bodies, because we care about how our body looks so much. Now, number three thing was nose jobs, basically making your nose smaller. That's what we care about a lot. And the number four thing was apparently eye plastic surgery. Like, I had never really heard about this, but I guess to make your eyes look less tired, which maybe I need that. But the point is, we get a lot of plastic surgery for how our body looks because that's the thing we care about. And why do we care about? Well, I think just like Korean people have generally more diversity as far as their facial construction goes, I think non-Korean foreigners, we have more diversity in the way our bodies look. We have fat people, we have some skinny people, we have just large, big buff people, and we have people who are naturally not that big. Some women have really big boobs, some women have no boobs, some women have big butts, some women have smaller butts, and men too also have big butts sometimes. And so we have this high diversity of how a body looks. It's not to say Korean people never have different kind of body shapes. It's just I think in general Korean people are generally more slender, and that's fine. So our focus of attention is, what does your body look like? Does that woman have large breasts or not? Does she have a big butt or not? And it's not to say Korean people don't care about bodies. In fact, I think Korean people probably care more about women's legs than we do, and Korean people have that weird 8 heads to a body to look at proportions that we've never heard of either. Just a side note. But in general, I think we care a lot about how someone's body's appearance is. In fact, we have this really mean word. I want to be straightforward and tell everyone the truth, even though it's kind of a bad word, so like don't say it. But we have this word which is Butterface. It's kind of mean, but it means this girl is really hot in the body and her face is not so pretty. It means everything about her is sexy, but her face. She's a Butterface. Now, it's a bad word. Don't ever say it about anyone. But it's not like the worst thing in the world. If a girl is a Butterface, it's like kind of not bad. It's kind of like, well, she's super hot. She's got a hot body. And that's just like a reflection of what I'm trying to show you about our culture, which is we care a lot more. I don't know more than Korean, but we care a lot about how a person's body looks. And I think Korean people care a lot, not just about how their body looks, but really care a lot about how your face looks. And as a result of this, foreigners, we really just don't care that much about how your face looks. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate this video, give it a thumbs down. If you love me or hate me, please hit that subscribe button. This video, I'm just trying to bring out, my friend told me this is kind of like an interesting idea, so I just want to bring it out and show it to you guys. But if you totally disagree with me, of course leave that in the comments. If you agree with me, leave that in the comments. If you think this is surprising, leave that in the comments. Write as many comments as you can, bring statistics, do whatever you can, just please leave me some comments. Remember, these videos come out every Friday at 7 p.m. So if it's after Friday, if it's after 7 p.m. and it's Friday, please check out my new video. And of course, have a super awesome day.